Welcome to this Youth Build GPMS training video, where you will learn the basics about the Measurable Skills Gain WIOA Performance Indicator and related GPMS performance reporting. For more information and resources related to Youth Build performance reporting, see the guidance listed on the Workforce GPS resource page for this video. Let's begin. The Measurable Skill Gains Performance Indicator counts participants that are active within a given DOL program year and whether or not they make gains within that same year. The DOL program year starts in July of one calendar year and ends in June of the next calendar year. Let's review the 5 types of measurable skill gains and common gains made by DOL Youth Build participants. Educational functioning level. Participants that increase one educational functioning level or pass one subject test towards the attainment of a GED or secondary equivalency. High school diploma or equivalent. Participants that earn a high school diploma or an equivalency. Please note that in the GPMS, when you enter a secondary school credential attainment, the system will automatically create a measurable skills gain record on the outcomes page. Transcript credit hours. A sufficient number of credit hours that show a participant is meeting the state unit's academic standards. Training milestone. Satisfactory or better progress report towards established milestones, such as completion of on-the-job training, completion of 1 year of an apprenticeship program, or similar milestones from an employer or training provider that is providing training. Occupational exams. Successful passage of an exam is required for a particular occupation or progress in attaining technical or occupational skills as evidenced by trade-related benchmarks, such as knowledge-based exams. Some common examples here would include OSHA 30 and the passing of a module or benchmark test towards the attainment of an NCCER, HBI PACT, or MC3. Now let's review an individual participant's performance calendar and demonstrate measurable skill gain scenarios and how they are represented in performance reports. In this timeline, you will see the calendar year at the top and the DOL program year at the bottom. In this scenario, the participant enrolled at the start of the DOL program year in July of 2024 and exited in January of calendar year 2025. Both exit and enrollment occurring in the same program year 2024. The participant made skill gains in August, November, and April. All of these gains would count positively for DOL program year 2024. And please note that the gain made after exit would still count positively for program year 2024 because the gain was still made within a program year in which the participant was active. In this next scenario, the participant enrolls in January and exits in June and makes a gain in March and another in August. In this scenario, the gain made in March would count for program year 2024, and the gain made in August would not count for either program year 2024 or 2025 because the gain was not made in a program year in which the participant was active. Now let's discuss how to view measurable skill gains in the GPMS and the WIPS QPR. Let's start with the GPMS user reports. In the GPMS, there are many user reports which allow you to see outcomes in real time using GPMS data. For this example, we will use the Measurable Skills Gain report. We suggest starting by selecting the program year and allowing the report to default to Q4 of whatever program year you are looking at. This will give you results for all participants that were active for any part within the entire program year. After those selections are made, you will see your participant data organized below. Each line of the report will show you participants that were active within the program year and information about the gains they have made, and if those gains count positively for the program year. In this example, The measurable skills gain rate demonstrates that 17 participants were active within program year 2024, and 14 of those participants made at least one of the 5 measurable skill gain types within program year 2024. Now let's review measurable skill gains in the WIPS Quarterly Performance Report for the same program year. In the WIPS QPR, we see that the report is in the program to date view, and that the reporting period ends in December of 2024. We suggest looking at the program to date view of the report so that the report includes all data from the beginning of the grant through the report quarter end date. The measurable skills gain line can be found in Section D. Remember to click the Show Numerator Denominator link at the top of Section D so that you can view the fraction. The cohort period listed next to each performance indicator in Sections D and E of the WIPS QPR indicates which participants will be included in each measure or line of the report. The cohort period for measurable skill gains indicates all participants that enrolled within the cohort period will be included. Because we are in the program to date view of the QPR, the cohort period is giving us a cumulative count, including all enrollees from the beginning of your grant through the reporting quarter. The cohort period listed starts at the beginning of the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act in 2016, as that is the system start date for those measures, and ends in the current reporting quarter. In this example, this fraction demonstrates that 30 participants enrolled since the start of the grant, and 21 of those participants have made at least one measurable skill gain. Please note that in the QPR, the measure is not calculating performance based on the program year. That is why this count is including more participants than the GPMS user report for program year 2024 did. Also, be aware that this measure does not incorporate wage match data and does not have a performance delay. Therefore, this is real-time data, meaning if the gain was made before the end of the reporting period, it will be counted here. Please reach out to GPMS support if you have further questions about measurable skill gains. Thank you for viewing this YouthBuild GPMS data entry video.